And we are out. Bro, that was by far the best show we've ever done. I was caught off guard when Kevin said, hey, do a draft spectacular, do a draft special. I mean, that's nuts, bro. It's like we're the Pat McAfee show, and that's easily the best episode we've ever done. 4.5 hours. Wow. You know, when you're right, man. I was shocked when Kevin asked us to do a draft spectacular, but if they give out awards for greatest YouTube shows of all time, this has got to be up there. I won't be shocked if, Pat McAfee and the boys are a little nervous, get a little run for their money. I mean, I was surprised too. I mean, oh, hold on. He's actually calling. Don't tell him I'm here. Hey, Kev, what's up? You just called.
Jesus, what the hell was that?
That was a draft spectacular you asked for. You told us to do a draft spectacular. You specifically said,
listen to me. Why would I ask you to do an NFL draft spectacular?
Oh.
You're the wrestling guys. You're 1-2-0. What were you thinking? That was the biggest waste of time I've ever had to fucking sit through. I'm sitting there. I'm listening to Tom Brady. I'm listening to you talk about the Patriots. Patriots forever. They drafted like nobody. They drafted like Will Campbell. What are you running on about the Patriots for? 5 hours at a time. You have like no subscribers. You need to get in there and get some subscribers. I don't know what you were thinking.
And welcome to 1-2-OOOOOH. We are doing our draft spectacular, and I'm giving you seven potential call-ups from NXT in this year's WWE Draft. Who's moving up? Are we finally going to see some of these superstars from NXT make their debut on the main roster and really bolster this talent where we truly need it? Let's get into it. All right, the first call-up that I'm calling for is Roxanne Perez. Now, I thought she was already called up. They treat her like she's already called up. Next thing you know, she's facing Stephanie Valkyrie again or involved in some sort of NXT tag match. I don't know what they're doing with her, but enough is enough. Roxanne has proven herself more than ready to be on the main roster. The fans have proven themselves more than ready for Roxanne to be on the main roster. Just make it official and let's stop messing around. Pull Roxanne up. She deserves it, and there's a ton of great stories that she can tell on this main roster. She was already in the Rumble, and she looked fantastic in the Elimination Chamber. Pull the trigger. Somebody's got a star on their hands, and they got to get her on their team. My next call-up is one I'm really excited about, and that is my boy, All Ego, Ethan Page. I believe he has proven himself more than ready to come to the main roster. The work he has done in NXT has been fantastic and has really set him up to be able to take that next step and be in the bigger stories, start competing with some of the other guys. You can start him off in the mid-card coming down. If it's me with Paige, I want to put him on SmackDown. I think they could use a character like him. It would be a lot of fun to watch him on the main roster because everything he's done in NXT, he has killed. But it just seems like he's already ran his course there. I'm not sure how much more they can pull from him and what other development they need to do. He's ready and he's ready now. Let's get Ethan Page up there. My next one I was a little torn on, but it would be Trick Williams. I'm not sure how many more times we're going to have him take on Oba and lose. It just might be time for Trick to head on up. He's super athletic. He's a lot of fun to watch in the ring. A bigger guy. Would be interesting to see him and Carmelo run into each other again. Would not mind that. There's a ton of talent on the roster that he's worked with before. I think he'll fit right in. And Trick, the crowd is definitely in to Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. Let's start the whoop that Trick era. My fourth pick for a call-up is actually a tag team. Call up Fraxium. They just lost the belts, which is a perfect opportunity for them to exit the NXT roster and show up on the Raw roster, where we desperately need some tag teams to fuel this division. The New Day have the belts, And I could see them feuding with a team like Fraxium. I could see Fraxium being a change of pace when you look at the War Raiders and the other tag teams. Bring up Fraxium. I could see this team really lighting a fire in the Raw division. And we need good tag teams on Raw. Call up Fraxium. Okay, this is my 5th pick. And I'm going to be really transparent here. But I gotta say Stephanie Vaquer. Look at the reaction she got on Monday Night Raw when she came out to face Io Sky. And not just that, the match was amazing before it was interrupted. As much as I love seeing Stephanie Vaquer on NXT, and as much as I love that women's division, it is a stacked division. And I'm not really quite sure what else Stephanie Vaquer needs to work on down in NXT. It's time to bring her up to the main roster. Why wait? Let her drop the title to Julia. Send her right up to the main card. Draft her. I think Stephanie Vaquer would be an excellent piece to either Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, to be honest. But please bring her to Raw. My next one is another woman from the women's division of NXT, Fallon Henley. It's just time. I think Fallon Henley is one of those characters who you could find a spot to fit her in somewhere. She's super talented. She has great matches on NXT, and she'll do the same on the main roster. She's shown an ability to play very diverse roles. She could be heel if you'd like. She's been a baby face. She can kind of do it all. But I wouldn't mind seeing her called up to the main roster. I think she will help out the women's division, allow them to have some folks to compete for these mid-card titles, to at least give people they can climb to as they go through and they work their way up to the mid-card titles. Fallon Henley would be a great addition to either brand. Call her up. All right, my last draft team, again, is a tag team, the Meta Girls. They've already come up to the main roster, and the only feedback I've ever heard about them was they looked like they belong. They were showing out. They were dominating. They were looking good in every match. They were competing for the tag titles, and it was completely believable. Why not make the call? Bring them up. Have them in this women's tag division that desperately needs some competitors that are true tag teams. I wouldn't mind watching them versus Liv and Raquel. I wouldn't mind them beating Liv and Raquel. They can run with these belts for a little bit, and what's nice is they're a team that even makes sense to go back to NXT and defend the titles. But we need some more tag teams that are actually competing for them, and not just single stars put together in order to be a tag team. Bring up the Meta Girls. They're ready for the main roster, and they would only make it better. Well, that is my 7 picks from NXT that need to get drafted to the main roster. Thank you for checking out the show. Please like, subscribe, and as always, I'm your boy 8-Bit Mike, and this is 1, 2, ooh.